So in day one, basically I wanted to put the halter on her, but because she's already so friendly, I really wanted it to, I didn't have to get it on her kind of quick. I could really take my time. So basically I touched her nose with the halter, took it away, touched her nose with the halter, took it away, touched her cheek with the halter, put it away, touched her up above the ears with the halter, took it away for, I don't know, 25 or 30 minutes. And then I put the halter on her and she was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then the other thing I did was I put the saddle up on the fence so she could just kind of hang out and play with it. And she did. She went right over and tried to eat it. And she knocked it off the fence a little while later. And then in the evening, I came in and I just brushed her. She really enjoyed that. She let me brush her all over pretty much. I didn't go way down her legs just because I did not want to get kicked if she wasn't okay with that. And the big goal with her, because it is a 100-day challenge, is it's kind of like training plus. So with my normal horses, I'm going to work on once a day, but for her, I'm going to try to break it up into 2 or 3 shorter workouts, but we really get a lot more information in her brain that way. And so we kind of I do something with her till she'll accomplish that task. We'll move on to the next one, and then we can review a little bit the next day. So today I hooked a long leader up onto her. In case she pulled, we worked on kind of turning a little bit. If I asked her to turn, I pushed her haunches over. I sent her out on a circle, and then I asked her to stop, just so she's kind of learning that I have a little bit of control over her feet and that I can tell her to make her feet move or to make her feet stop. Then I rubbed all over her with the lead rope and the lunge whip. We did that on her legs, her body. And then I rubbed all over her with just a little English pad, and I put that up on her back. So I really want to get her exposed to a lot of different things, because to be good on the trail and to do the obstacles, she really has to be calm about lots of different things. So I wanted to start introducing that to her really early on. Easy. Easy. And here, when she's doing this, especially she's not pulling, she's being wonderful. I try really not to force them to stop. As long as they're not dragging me around, I just want them to kind of have to process so they can figure out what the right answer is. Because I want her to think about things. I don't want to force her into it. I want her to have to, good girl, use her brain. And this is the first time we've got a really big lick and chew since we've done this. We've had a lot of concerned looks. But I would have, since she does seem to know what it is with the leader up, if I would have forced her to stop and stand there, she might have done it, but then she wouldn't have got anything out of that exercise other than, okay, I have to stand there even though this is scary. By just allowing her through it, she goes, oh my gosh, that's what you wanted. It really wasn't a big deal. And so I'll give her a little bit of a longer break there, just because that definitely took her a little while. She thought that one was much harder. I know, it was so much harder. Good girl. So when I feed her, I try to sit up here, or sometimes I'll reach over and pet her, but I just want her to start getting comfortable with the idea of someone up above her. And she is eating Animate from Excel Equine, and we've used Excel Equine for, I want to say at least, 4 or 5 years at our barn, and all of our horses have always done extremely well on it. We're really happy with them, and they were nice enough to sponsor Sequoia for the 100 days she's with us. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. No, this is pretty much what I do right now. I just stand here and pet her. If she's close enough, I will. But I'm trying to reach my arm over to the other side because, I'm on this side, but really essentially, she has to be okay with someone being over her. So I'm trying to get her used to, I'm here, but she's feeling me over there. Good girl. The first day she wiggled just a tiny bit the first meal. By the second meal, she was like, look, I'll stand here if I get to eat.